I have too many electronic devices. Lost in a world of violence, the explosion and the sound of boom in the distance past the fog of fear. Pillars fall, leaders change, animals run amok, and people don't give no fuck. Found in the palm of your hand, Pokemon. Okay, no. Try this one. I am the darkness that swallows around you, tendrils of smoke, lovingly culling, gently stroking your alabaster skin in the moonlight, and breathe in your dying breath. My teeth glitter in the empty socket where my eyes used to be, before they bled out during one of my stare downs with the charnel pit, the abyss of roundness. I pull my cloak, my penumbra of filth, closer, tighter, clothed in tatters and rags, as I smile and tip my cap. A good day to you, for it is a good day, for tonight I feed. Hollow is what's left when they've stolen everything right down to your kid, and even your last day with him. Hollow, staggerly, some call me, the creature that slouched no more, but has started to run toward Bethel, to be reborn, blood, fire, king, salamander, all have been my name once upon a time, turning and burning until I can but remember back when I had no name and there was nothing, darkness and nothing, and a heart beating in pain. I found it, the heart. It was delicious as the scream drove down my chin into my black mud frame. So you want to see my dark side tonight? You will. I only come out when I'm on stage, illuminated by lights and drug gasps, a choked breath. Welcome to the show, the theater of the real, the only theater of pain. Our tart will be by shortly to help steady your hand and pull the trigger in preparation of the execution of your God. Horror done in his name. Someone got to pay the Mad Piper tonight. Come, let us roar as one, look into my eyes, for all the terror and pain you never knew existed. Bow before the temple walls of flesh and prepare to receive a new name. And be careful of what you wish for. You just might get it. Call the curtain. There's one called Slam. You can never go home again. The immaculate high have passed you by. And now you're burning out on an asteroid leaving orbit to die. As the stars wink out, one by one, you slam the change on the county, slam the door in a fit of rage, slam the plunger on the needle, slam yourself into barbed wires, twisted metal. Can you hear the siren call? Amidst the cutting, scream, controlled bleeding, desire on fire for uncontrolled needing, slam the shot glass on the counter and slide the bottle. Whiskey got nothing on you, for you are an elemental spinning with the inertia of your imbalance. Gyroscopic madness keeping you on your toes as you fall through the void until you slam into absolutely nothing, darkness, solitude, silence, peace. So this is what the moment feels like. The high and low of the sine and cosine suspended in midair, and you're strung out like a tangent, forever at odds with all these foreign gods. Congratulations, you've torn off my wings, you've slashed my heel, you've twisted the spear, hammered the 10 spike, thrust the dagger, swung the vorpal blade, snick and snack. You cut the string, loosed the boat, called the hounds. You've stolen the fleece, returned the eye to the sister 3, and ripped my child from me. If there's a hell, I'll be waiting down below. Just ask it any poor heart, and they'll know. Take care of him in all the ways I could not. Just 2 things I ask of you, please. Teach the boy his self-worth, and to never forget my face. It is that fateful hour where I turn to the audience with a smile and a nod and a wink, some banter, a flourish, and now nothing matters anymore. I can say goodbye and still be rewarded with thunderous applause. Now we all wait for the last teardrop to fall. Adieu and goodbye, friends, enemies, all. Cue applause. Okay, I saved something for the end. Kind of long, kind of icky. I won't blame you all if you want to get up and leave. If anybody's afraid of spiders, or worse, give me just a second to bring it up.
This is the one that I said challenged me, you guys. Like I mentioned, that's tough to do.
I promise I won't be offended if you want to get up and leave. And sometimes my phone does not like to cooperate. Yep. Idly sitting and touching her flaccid penis, he flipped through the channel on the dilapidated old television, seeking some new stimulation, excitement, porn, vanilla, hardcore, gonzo, gay, young, old. Nothing held his interest for long. And he yearned to finally get off once again. For erection's rarity, he masturbated every night and fell asleep unsatisfied. Tonight, he noticed it, a spider crawling on the arm of the couch. The spider's large, thick, glistening abdomen reflected the light of the television, gleaming as it stepped slowly, methodically along. Is the spider a male or a female, he wondered? Does it have a vagina, a pussy, a cunt? Do they have little fangs and swollen soft lips? As she thought about spider pussy, the flaccid step started to stiffen and grow. He wondered, how would it feel fucking a spider? Could it even stretch around his gaze? Would he feel 8 scratchy days? Limply twitching and brushing against his fully engorged shaft, or more. Finally heard, he smiled and moved closer to the spider, wondering what would happen. He rested his cock directly in the spider's path. She simply crawled over the fleshy obstructions, and he shuddered, feeling her legs upon his cock. It tickled. As she crawled, the flesh upon which she was traversing began to vibrate and shake. Losing her traction for just a moment, she slept, abdomen falling and brushing against him, lightly brushing his cock. Before regaining her balance, he saw her abdomen dip. Imagined that she had done it intentionally. Rubbed that shiny little spider pudding across the head of his throbbing cock. Did that spider just try to butt me? He thought to himself. And cupped the spider with his other hand, gently transferring her back to the couch, but blocked her from crawling away. Slowly, he lowered himself on top of her, finger crawling around his now lubricated, glistening tip. Holding her still, he rubbed himself up against her abdomen. She gasped and shuddered, realizing what she had climbed across, and was now stroking her back. Was this human really trying to fuck her? She pondered. Should I plunge my fangs into her glands to teach a painful lesson? Mandible clicking, fang echo dripping, she realized her other echo was starting to ooze from the swollen lips beneath her abdomen. Standing her ground, she thrusted back. He felt it, a spidery pussy, swollen and gorged and grown. Fingers around his head, he stimulated himself and slid his shaft up and down her erected frame, feeling the abdominal smoothness, the soft, itchy poking of her jointed exoskeleton, scraping against the pulsing vein that paralleled his fully erect, glistening shaft. He started to come, and involuntarily moaned. Hearing this, despite her pain, the spider spread her lips as wide as she could and pushed back hard. Breathing deeply, she stretched, cracking, but the sensation of being filled by this human massive cock excited her so much that she no longer cared. He was inside now, inside her pussy. She felt every bit of meat filling her as never before, thrashing uncontrollably. Her eyes rolled back as she let out a chilling squeal, clicking, screaming, twitching, groaning, and moaning as she rocked on her cock. Oh my God, he realized he was fucking her, cupping and fucking the spider. He thrusted slowly at first, then harder and faster, until he felt himself come with one last thrust. he pushed hard, beginning to climax. Rush. Orgasm crashed down on him, and together they came, transfixed in this moment of time, locked in sweating agony. Involuntarily, his hand closed tightly as he ground in and out of her. Hallelujah! She peaked as his ecstasy mingled with her dying screams. She thrashed with little leg twitching spider-gasms, felt him in and out, he come shooting out until she burst with the sickly sound of exoskeleton giving way, cracking, tearing, scratching, dying. He jerked wildly, fucking the broken body of the dead spider. He felt her milk dripping around his cock. Finished, he wiped off with a smile. A cigarette-worthy, hard-earned smile. He lay there, cigarette smoke swirling, and scanned the ceiling for cobwebs, cocoons, anything. Stiffening again, he decided to step out for a walk, to catch the cool evening air, and perhaps a pretty little thing to match his mood, maybe an orb weaver. Imagining the size of that abdomen, he began earnestly masturbating until it hurt. Then he noticed the head of his cock had become mottled, dark, not normal at all. He wondered. He felt panic and trepidation and wondered if his penis was going to shrivel up, if it was going to blacken and shrink to the size of a little spider dingus. He ran his hand over his ass, imagining it a giant spider abdomen. I began to finger his asshole, remembering he slid his finger into his puckered hole, wriggled it around, then pressed against his prostate. Moonlight reflected from his eyes and back as he rolled his finger in the night like his arachnid spider mistress had. Then he realized the pain had changed. It bulged and moved, rippled under the taut skin of his erect cock. Then the first one crawled out of his urethral hole, a live spider babe. A little tiny